Dominion has always had a strong leader. Stepping into my father's role was challenging, and I often relied on others to support me. As General Davis did, when the Defenders of Man began spreading disinformation about my response to the Zerg attacks. I take these allegations seriously. My administration has completed a thorough investigation of the Defenders of Man. The truth is, they used psi emitters to incite the Feral Zerg to attack, and they have executed unprovoked strikes on the Protoss as well. Our evidence is undeniable. The orders we recovered were issued by none other than General Carolina Davis. She is hereby under arrest and charged with treason against the Terran Dominion. I look forward to announcing the trial date shortly.
Get everyone out.
Defenders of Man. So this is your little base of operations. The Tal'Darim will wipe you from the face of this world.
You could have prevented this, if only you'd listened.
You have fulfilled your purpose, Terran. These pests will die in agony, just as we agreed.
No, that wasn't the deal.
Leave, or you will perish with them.
Our enemies outnumber us on both sides. We need more forces to hold this city against the Tal'Darim.
Several Defenders of Man squadrons have contacted us, Emperor. It seems the lower ranks weren't aware of Davis's real agenda. Your speech opened their eyes, and they will fight the Tal'Darim with us.
That's a start. We can rely on their outposts to hold the front line for a time, while we focus on getting our reinforcements ready.
I'll join them. I can keep the Tal'Darim scattered on the edges of the city, away from our bases.
We should also deploy Liberators and siege tanks to strengthen our positions. And perhaps an SCV or two for repairs.
You always think of everything, Rigel. We're going to need all of it to get through this.
Right. So we have equipment, which is plasma rifle. We'll take plasma rifle, we'll get permacloak. I'll keep detection hat on. I'll keep stim infusion on.
We'll be able to construct battle cruisers on our next mission, Nova. I've developed upgrades for them, if you're interested.
Indeed, we'll be using battle cruisers, but we'll also be using other stuff like optimized logistics on Marines. Not so bad, honestly. I won't be using Goliath. We'll be using siege tanks. Submarines. We won't be using Liberators. Siege tank, battle cruiser. I mean, yeah, siege tank and battle cruiser will be our comp. Otherwise, I don't think there really is a use for anything else. Yeah. Missile battery. UNN, however.
Dominion officials have declared declared that Vardona is in a state of emergency after Protoss forces began attacking the planet. Emperor Valerian and several high-ranking officials are caught in the crossfire. The Emperor was revealing evidence against the Defenders of Man and their alleged leader, General Davis, when the Protoss struck.
One of the things yeah, we'll get Ionic Force Field, which is a shield. However, I have issues with it. The main issue lies in that there's only 9 missions in Nova Covert Ops. And it would have been great if there was a New Game Plus sort of deal for it, where you had every upgrade and you could take everything from the list and just play around with it, you know? However, we don't have that. We don't have... I mean, having Hunter-Seeker missiles on Ravens earlier would have been great. We don't get that. This is one of the faults of the campaign. It would have been better if it had this added, perhaps, difficulty setting. New Game Plus thing. One of the things that Starcraft 2 lacks, in my opinion, is having more opportunities to play with toys. The only opportunity to play with a toy such as Ionic Force Field is next mission, which is also the final mission of the campaign, and that's why Ionic Force Field just sucks, because there are no other uses for it. And yeah, I rambled enough. Let's launch into it and be done with it.
Bad news?
Enemy forces are moving down the central streets in these locations.
SCV ready.
Additionally, I've summoned the Dominion fleet to help us, but it'll be some time before they arrive. Once they're here, our battle cruisers will have no problem blasting through the Tal'Darim. Until then, you've been cleared to build your own.
We already have the plans. First, we must construct a fusion core. Then the ships themselves will require a vast number of resources.
Never thought beating Alarak would come cheap.
No, he won't go down as a cheapo.
Yes, sir.
We do have
Sure thing.
3 bases for
Say
this,
again?
SCV ready.
which is great.
Execute.
Nova goes down the central lane.
In the rear with the gear. Roger.
You go here, you go here.
Go ahead. Move it.
Not enough.
SCV ready. Uh-huh. Yeah.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
SCV ready.
Status report. Acknowledged.
SCV ready.
En route. Consider it done.
SCV ready.
I'll make it happen. Loud and clear. Executing.
Tal'Darim Immortals are advancing on our position. They'll carve through our forces unless we stop them.
Leave it to me.
In the rear with the gear.
Yeah, leave it to Nova. Why? Why is that a buildable terrain? Of all things.
SCV ready.
all things. Right.
Not enough
We should have 3-3 on this mission, so let's build 2 armories. Get through that, need
Not enough minerals.
Strictly business.
SCV ready. SCV ready.
I'll make it happen.
SCV ready.
En route.
So, plasma rifle does tiny damage, but whatever it kills,
Loud and clear.
it spawns a puddle that slows and damages things,
Strictly
which is good.
business.
That's a good
Nuclear missile
thing.
ready.
And I need a fusion core. Fusion core. I think I might even do it without, you know,
Complete.
SCV ready. Move it.
tanks. Just battlecruisers.
Say again? En route.
I've ordered the defenders of man to build up their fortifications in the side streets. The Tal'Darim will probably strike these areas soon. Your support would be welcome, Nova.
I'll be there.
Well, let's build some tanks. Please, some of them.
My scans show Tal'Darim void rays gathering for an attack from the left.
I'll cut them off. Thanks, Rigel. En route.
Void rays I need to deal with. Void rays I absolutely need to deal with.
Acknowledged. Bringing out the big guns. En route. On the move.
There we go. Okay. And battlecruiser.
Insufficient Vespine gas.
Bad news. Ready to roll out.
Okay, need more stuff.
What's going on? SCV ready.
Upgrade complete.
Go here.
I'm reading you. En route.
SCV ready. SCV ready.
The Tal'Darim's attacks are intensifying. Our outer defenses won't last unless we permanently station reinforcements there. Should the perimeter fall, the Protoss attack forces can converge, and we'll have a hell of a fight on our hands.
They'll also destroy the Dominion Research Center in this vicinity. I heard they were on the verge of a breakthrough.
Need something? No.
I'll do my best to keep it safe.
I'm in deep.
Hey. Oh,
SCV ready.
that's not cool.
Insufficient Vespine
Be
gas.
careful, Nova. More enemy void rays are flying in from the right side.
Nova, why are you helping these vermin?
There are innocent people here. You already know that. You just don't care.
Big job. SCV ready. Yes, sir. Bad news.
Say again? Strictly business.
SCV.
Nova, the first squadrons in the Dominion fleet have arrived, and will begin supporting our defenses. Our Gorgon-class battlecruisers are particularly effective against heavy resistance. Give the call, and I'll command them to clear an area.
The trick here is to spam them every time.
Additional supply depots required.
Acknowledged. Yes, Commander.
Nova here. Executing.
Insufficient Vespine gas.
What's going on? Yeah, whatever. Yeah.
A group of immortals is approaching the central entrance to our base. Call down a Gorgon if you can, Nova.
Alright.
All hands to battle stations.
The Gorgon's already there. Gorgon's already handling things.
SCV ready.
Nuclear missile ready.
Okay.
Insufficient Vespine gas.
Seven.
Status report. Consider it done.
SCV ready.
There we go.
Consider it done.
And done.
SCV ready. Oh, it's on!
Who called in the fleet?
This is better. Better position.
Oh, really?
SCV ready.
Every upgrade. This.
Yes, Commander. What is it? Okay.
Battle cruisers. Very good.
Command center upgrade complete.
They do have tactical jump, which is great.
It's a trap.
Oh,
Not enough energy.
is it?
Oh, really?
Is it? I mean, maybe it is. However, due to them having regenerative bias steel,
Need something floating.
makes them very tanky.
Insufficient Vespine gas.
Incredibly so. Right. I'd like a couple.
Take caution. Wrathwalkers are coming in from the left side.
Wrathwalkers. Wrathwalkers.
SCV ready.
Don't want them hitting my BCs.
Watching you through. Squadron en route.
I'm reading you. Bringing out the big guns.
Upgrade complete.
Acknowledged.
I think that was a matter from the Gorgon.
I'm in deep.
Insufficient Vespine
Called
gas.
in the fleet.
Where are my Cs?
You scared me.
There you are. Let's give you
Will do.
something to do.
What is it? Yes, sir. I'm on it.
More Wrathwalkers are moving to intercept our forces.
Something I do have and can use is
Nova here.
the
Strictly
tram
business.
system.
Who called in the fleet?
Execute. executing. Acknowledged.
Who called in the fleet?
Might be the time I just...
The remainder of the Dominion fleet has reached our position, Emperor.
At last. Ensure they fill in the weak points in our defenses. You should also transfer General Davis to one of the brigs. She must be kept under maximum guard, no matter what happens.
Of course. I'll see to it.
See you through. Take it slow. Course laid in.
I'm reading you.
They're now sending void rays in waves.
You hailed?
Can be problematic.
Who called in the fleet?
Well, what do you do when there's void rays?
Yes, sir. You're the boss.
Who called in the fleet?
That's right, you just giga build some of these in there. Nova? Where is Nova?
Status report.
There you go. Come over here. Let's put out organs. For good measure. And we are at max supply.
You have defied High Lord Alarak again. Such stupidity, even for a Terran.
Janara. I guess Alarak won't fight his own battles. I'm reading you. Say again?
Who called in the fleet? Yes, Commander.
Status report.
Who called in the fleet?
Loud and clear.
Believe. Oh. Gorgon pretty much solos.
What's our target?
She finally gone?
I don't think so. But there are still more Tal'Darim attacking. Our fight has not ended.
Gorgon died. It also soloed pretty much Janara. Which is great, I think. Right, Havoc. Havoc. They outrange stuff with Havocs. That makes sense.
It's a trap.
That makes absolute sense. Yeah.
What is it?
Yeah.
Confirm that last.
It's a trap. What is it? Acknowledged. It's a trap.
All hands to battle stations.
Base is under attack. Mineral field depleted.
I'm in deep.
Got it.
I'm in deep.
Numerous Tal'Darim void rays have set a course for our position.
I'll deal with it.
I'm in deep.
Loud and clear.
It's a trap.
Status report.
Oh, we lost battlecruiser.
Mineral field depleted.
No, not here.
Mineral
Not there.
field depleted.
Not here.
Mineral
Ah,
field depleted.
we lost liberators. I'm guessing.
Mineral field depleted.
I'm guessing we lost liberators.
Base is under attack. Mineral field depleted.
Incoming orders. Of course.
Nuclear missile ready. Base is under attack. Mineral field depleted.
This whole time, Alarak has been testing me. I will not fail.
Janara is leading the rest of the Death Fleet toward us, Nova.
We'll finish this, one way or another. I'm reading you.
Let's indeed finish this.
Course laid in.
Like that. Because we can do that.
Tal'Darim casualties are high. We've forced them to accept defeat.
There were losses on our side as well. Recall our ships, Horner. We need to get back to Core Hall.
One of the ships isn't responding. The Medusa. They had Davis in custody there.
My scans show the Medusa has already left orbit.
Then she escaped. Return to your ship, Nova. We have much to discuss.
That went pretty alright. Yeah. Yeah. Gorgon killed a lot of things. Missed one enemy to kill with the battlecruiser, but oh well.
I do not take kindly to betrayal, Terran. You've made a powerful enemy today.
So have you.
Have I now? Your hubris is quite entertaining.
Don't come back.
Nova. The Tal'Darim are warping out, but the damage is done. Now it will be even harder to convince the people that aliens are not a threat.
That's why the Defenders of Man attacked the Protoss in the first place. Davis will go to any length to gain public support, no matter how many innocent lives it costs.
Those were my father's tactics. Davis will answer for this, Nova. Track her down and bring her in to stand trial for her crimes.
Bring her in! We've tried that. It didn't work. There's only one way to stop her.
No. I have publicly declared that Davis is to stand trial in a court of law. Bring her back alive, Nova.
Yes, Emperor.
Nova, our orders are quite clear.